Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I am here speaking with Isabella Chiarini. She has just released a seriously fantastic single and music video for her song You and Me. I'm super excited to talk to her all about it. Isabella, thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing really good. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm really excited to be here. I love talking to people about their cool music and everything about it. So that's kind of the first thing I want to talk about is You and Me. This is a super fun sounding song with an equally cool music video. I want to know what the song is about and what it means to you if you want to kind of just kick us off.
Yeah. Yeah, it is supposed to be kind of a lighthearted song. It's not to be taken too seriously.
Sure.
Um, it what I would explain it as is it's about this person, anybody, who just like got out of a relationship or is thinking about this person and they're thinking about their relationship. They don't want to like start the relationship again, but they can't stop thinking about this person that they were in the relationship with. So it's kind of a weird, they're in a weird spot because they don't want their relationship again, but yet they can't get this person out of their mind.
Been there. Tough
Yeah.
situation. So totally understand. Do you feel like a sense, like, do you feel a little bit better that I don't know if this is personally about you or just a situation, but if it is a real situation, do you feel better that you've written about it rather than just kind of like let it stew inside?
Yeah. I feel like even it can relate to anything. It doesn't have to be like a spouse to spouse relationship or anything like that. It
Sure,
could
sure.
be like friendship, right? So I
Totally.
feel like even like for me, it's kind of relieving that I can sing about it. But also I feel like for other people to hear it is kind of like they can relate to something as well. So
Yeah.
it's good on both ends.
I love that. And I think that just like as a whole, the whole package of the song wouldn't be complete without the music video, which I really enjoyed. And we'll have like links for everyone to watch and check it out. But before they do that, I want to talk about it. Like, who put it together? How did it come about? What was like your vision for it before you got started?
Well, for the video, I was originally gonna do like just like a lyric video,
Okay.
but I feel like I personally felt that that'd been done before, and I just like to try new things all the time. Like I like to keep people guessing about what I'm gonna do.
Sure.
And around that time is when I started getting into Billie Eilish's music, and I saw her music video. It was an animation. It was for her song "My Future,"
Okay.
and it was like a whole like animated video. And I was like, "That is so cool! I need to do that like right now." Basically, like that. Like I took inspiration from her
Sure,
video.
sure.
So that's how the concept kind of came about. The person who did it, her name on Instagram is Lumitrix Love.
Okay.
Lumitrix_love. She's like an anime creator. She's so talented. She put like I'm really bad at putting my ideas into like words. Like I can tell people things,
Sure,
but
sure.
like the whole time I was emailing her, I was like, just follow the kind of story of the song. Like just go for it. And I felt like that was like, she was like, okay, like,
I kind of understand what you're talking about, but at the same time, I think that it's better almost hands off, like you went about it, because then it allows the artist to really be an artist and
yeah,
take interpretations and kind of do what they want and not. Because, like, if you were like, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, then there's no like originality in it almost.
yeah,
So, I mean, I like the way it turned out. You wouldn't have known otherwise that it was like a loose interpretation. So. I
yeah,
think just the entirety of it was fantastic.
thanks.
And then the song itself, like obviously it's pretty upbeat, super pop centric. You could dance to it, you could groove along to it pretty easily. Did you have any outside help putting this together? Like, how did it come about in the process end?
Yeah, so I was, it was early 2021 when I got the song. So it was a
Okay.
songwriter's name is Andrew Bontempo. He already like kind of wrote the song.
Okay.
He gave it to me, like we met up. And then we kind of rewrote it a little bit just so it sounded like more something like I would sing.
Mm.
So like he basically gave me the bones of it. And then we went through it and kind of switched things up, rewrote some parts. Um, and then I actually recorded the demo that same day with
Oh wow.
yeah, with a producer. His name is Dan Borgers. And it kind of just went on from there. And it was kind of like, it was a really easy process for the song. I felt like the ideas came together really like organically, which is pretty cool. Sometimes it's not that easy, but I found this song to be super, yeah, I found the song to be super easy.
I'm actually more on the surprise side because whenever I ask like the production process question, they're like, "Oh yeah, we had like 2 days to put it together, and we were stressing and pulling our hair out." Seems pretty laid back. Seems like he got it done like in a reasonable amount of time, and like everyone involved was obviously super professional, so you can make it work pretty easy.
Yeah, I've like, but I met Dan before I met Andrew. So like, I feel like when
Gotcha.
I was like recording with Dan, I was already kind of comfortable. Like it wasn't like my first day kind of thing. So I was already
Sure,
comfortable in that part with
that's
him.
nice.
So it made it a little bit easier for me. But
Clearly,
yeah, so
that's
I
awesome.
yeah.
So considering that we're like at the top of the year right now, and this is, you know, I'm assuming your most recent release. I want to keep the focus on here, but I also kind of want to, look towards the future. Are you the type of artist that's always looking towards what's going to happen, like down the road, like in terms of writing and new singles and stuff, or you just kind of let it flow?
I definitely plan ahead.
Okay, cool.
Um, I have this song like this video and stuff that's come out. And then I already have like recording sessions booked for like next week. Like
Nice.
I like to have at least one song prepared already
Of
for
course.
just so it's not like, oh, like I release and then like 2 years later I'm like, oh, I'll release again. Now I feel like it. Like,
No, no, no. You gotta keep it going. That's like
yeah.
very important. Now, in terms of sound, like you don't have to give too much away. Obviously, if you want to keep it a secret, I respect that. But are you looking to experiment, like in terms of genre and style and production, or do you think that you've sort of found that the lane that you want to stay in?
I feel like I know I'm gonna be saying more in the pop realm. I feel like that's where my voice sits best.
Okay,
But I there's so many different like things under the pop umbrella. Like I feel like there's so many different avenues to go under. Like I feel like it's not just like I just don't want to do like radio pop the whole time. Like
I
kind of
understand.
yeah. So I like to change up my style in little ways. Like each single that I release is a little bit different, but I would say they're all still like pop based.
I think that's kind of the thing with pop music these days is like, yes, there is that sort of mainstream typical radio pop sound, but just with the crazy amount of production that comes out and like what people are able to do with technology, like everything kind of features a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? There isn't just like a pop sound. It's like pop R&B or electro pop and got to have a synthesizer in there and it's just like
Like,
it gives you as the independent artist the ability to really experiment and kind of play around with what you like and do whatever you want.
yeah, definitely. I feel like for mine, like synthesizers, all that stuff, I feel like it's really prominent in some of my music because like I am really influenced by the 80s. Like I'm a total 80s kid. Like I was not
Sure,
born
sure.
in the 80s, but I feel like I should have been.
No,
Like I
I
always
understand.
yeah, I always tell people that. I'm like I was born at the wrong time. So a lot of my music has that influence in it.
Totally. Like, who could you pick out anyone specifically who you're trying to channel while you're making this music?
Um that's hard.
Yeah, yeah, I know there's so
Yeah.
many artists.
I have so like my music is like it's crazy. Like I'll listen to like musical theater and then I'm like on to Queen, the next song. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
yeah, like I went through a complete Queen phase. I'm still in it. I love him so much. I love the
yeah,
whole band. So I actually get a lot of influence from them, just like the way that again their albums are different, their songs are different, how they changed a lot of the
totally.
industry. That's where I get my
I
kind of
love that.
inspiration. So yeah.
So, how long have you been making music for?
I released my first single when I was 14.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's okay to ask how old you are, but how
No,
long has
yeah.
it been
I'm, tur-
since?
I'm 18. I'm turning 19 in July.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
also July birthday. Happy
Oh,
pre-birthday.
thanks. You too. Yeah. So it's been almost 5 years now that I've been releasing
Okay,
and like making. So
gotcha. Okay, so then the sort of the follow-up to that is, was there one thing that kind of like flipped you to make to do this seriously? Because I know for so many, it's like, I love making music, but I don't see myself in the position of ever, recording something professionally. Was
yeah.
it one thing, or just like a series of things that led you to be like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make music?
Um, I'd say it. I'd say it was two things. So my singing teacher, her name is Teresa Nachita. She's been my singing coach for like over 10 years.
Nice.
And she's always been like, she's always kind of like kind of wanted me to get into it, doing auditions and stuff. But when I was younger, I was like, no, like I like it, but I don't know if it's for me. And then there was this one day, there was an audition for a development company in Nashville, PCG Universal, and I went to it. And I went to it fully being like, they are not going to want me. I have no experience. Like I know nothing. There's no way. And then I actually ended up getting into it. Like they actually wanted me to be in their program. And at that point I was like, okay, maybe this is something I might want to try.
Sure.
Yeah, they kind of like, it was kind of like a thing where I didn't think I could do it. And then the second somebody kind of gave me a little bit of a push and they told me, oh, I think you can. That's when I was like, okay, I think I should probably try this just to give it a shot, see where it goes. And then I would go down to Nashville. That's where they were based every month for like 2 years to like work on performance and all that kind of stuff. And that's where I really started to fall in love with it. And that's where I released my first song through them.
Very
So
cool.
yeah,
Seriously, it just takes one person to like, because you build it up in your head and you feel like an imposter this whole time, and that never really stops. It's like
yeah,
you need someone with authority to be like, get out of your head, just do this, like you have what it takes.
yeah.
So, no, that's awesome. Okay, so then now that you've been through this process like so many times at this point with like the writing to the production to the music videos, is there something specifically that you look forward to the most when like embarking on a new song?
I'd say recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, recording is my favorite part just because I like to see from the demo to the final, like how things have changed, how like I
Yeah.
changed certain melodies or how I changed the sound of my voice. Um, and always just singing has been like my thing. Like writing, like I'm starting to get into it. I'm starting to like it more.
Sure.
Writing's never been my favorite thing,
I
but
understand.
yeah, but the recording part of it, I just like to sing. So give me anything and I'll sing it basically.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you find like obviously you're making pop music, but if you could pick any genre to be like prolific in on the singing, like range wise, do you have an idea?
Um, hmm. I'd say maybe like more of like the rock side of it,
Sure. Like an
not
aggressive tone, almost
yeah,
something like that.
like a Queen type of thing,
Ah, yeah,
like
yeah,
those types. Yeah, not like screamo version stuff, but
yeah. Although you know what, as much as I may not personally enjoy that music, you got to give it to them that they're able to do something that a lot of people can't do. So
definitely, and they don't lose their voice after that.
yeah, I know it's funny you say that as I was looking that up because I was like, how do people that scream in concerts do that on tour? 'Cause apparently there's a whole way that you can scream without damaging your vocal cords, and
Yeah,
that there's like a right and a wrong way. So shout out to them for doing that.
yeah.
Anyway, are you are you touring? Are you playing shows in person? Is that a thing for you?
Well, in where I am in Ontario, we literally just came out of like our
Yeah.
third or fourth lockdown. I don't even know at this point. They just like, yeah, they lock us down for everything here. So we actually just opened up last week. So
Congrats,
yeah,
I think.
yeah, hopefully that's the last time. So yeah, hopefully live shows are starting again.
Okay.
But I always try to find a way to perform at some point. Like I did like some Zoom stuff. Like I'm not touring right now because again we just opened. But
Yeah.
any live performance right now is a
Very
blessing,
cool.
honestly.
Yeah, it's tough to plan that type of thing, and it's just like being an independent artist and who has to plan. I mean, yeah, you can't just like come up with a song and it's out next week. Like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. It's the same with performing. Venue dates book up, scheduling conflicts and restrictions, and it's just like you don't know what to do. So, well, I'm
Yeah,
over. I'm crossing my fingers for you that you can at least get a couple shows in the next few months. Maybe we'll see.
yeah.
Cross my fingers for you.
Thanks.
Now, obviously, this is pop music, but there's different flourishments, there's different influences that come through. If you had to somehow put a label on the music that you're making, what would you call it for the uninitiated?
Um, I'd say my sound and my music, I'd say it's more eclectic because it's different every time.
Good word. Yes.
Thanks.
Fully agree.
Yeah, I feel like I try to do something different every time I release a song or EP, whatever I release, I feel like there's always something that changes. So
Totally.
like, yeah.
Cool. All right, we are recording this at basically the top of the year right now. We're in February. I can't even believe it's already February. But what are some like lofty goals that you've set for yourself for hopefully the end of this year? Things that you're looking forward to.
Well, I'm looking forward to releasing more.
Sure.
This video was something that was totally new for me, so it was like kind of checked off the bucket list.
Totally.
I have two more songs in the works, so releasing those, getting those out, is another goal. Playing shows. I'm also in school for music, so
Nice.
yeah, finishing my first year in April. That's a big goal.
That's huge. That's huge. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look on the flip side of that, though. As a person and taking music away from it, how do you plan on bettering yourself?
Um, I think I need to like take more time for myself. I feel like the way I've been thinking ever since I started releasing was like work, writing, music, recording. Like it's always been like,
Sure.
yeah, like I still like I have a social life, all that kind of stuff, but like
Yeah.
I'm like always thinking about music. Like there's no like it doesn't shut off sometimes.
Totally.
And like I'll get emails while I'm out and people are emailing me about, oh, like you need to do this when you get home. Otherwise we can't do this. Like
It never stops.
all these deadlines. So I feel like I need to like kind of take time for myself a little bit, just for my own self, like for my own sake. I feel like
No, I
sometimes,
totally understand. I mean, that's the thing
yeah,
is like with the rise of remote work and like remote everything, people think that you're available 24/7 and it's just like you wish that you could set hours for yourself, but you're also trying to better yourself. So you're always checking your email and your phone and your Instagram and responding and connected. So I get it. I'm the same. Like sometimes I just want to shut life off for a minute and be like, don't talk to me. I'm just gonna sit in this dark room by
yes.
myself. Like, no, I totally get it. Totally get it. Okay, Isabella, I have a couple more questions for you. Basically, this next question is like, are you connected in your local music scene? Are there any other like local or independent artists that you're enjoying that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Definitely. I feel like I have a lot of friends because I work at a music studio. Like I teach music for
Oh, there
like
you
little
go.
kids. So everybody that I work with is always doing something in music.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have some friends who lives out in Toronto. Her name is Juliana Jones. She does her music as well. She's an independent artist.
sweet.
I think she just released a song as well. There's a ton of people. I have a friend, Nick Rhodes. He's a great guitar player. He's on Instagram as well.
Cool.
I could so many people.
That's
Vocal
okay.
coach, yeah, my vocal coach Teresa Nachita. She's the last one.
Awesome.
She posts all the time about her music. She owns the studio that I work at. She's an awesome vocal coach. So shout out to those people.
Nice. Definitely check them out. Okay, Isabel, I've got one more question for you. Basically, the question is for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that's going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
um, I'd like to say, first of all, hope you enjoy. Second of all, I like to think of my music as like almost like advice givers or like shoulders to cry on, like things like people can listen to when they're feeling these different emotions. Like I have like songs for if you need to cry, if you just need to like get your spirits up. Like that's this song, You
Totally.
and Me. I feel like it's more of an upbeat song people can kind of dance to. So when you're listening, I would say like really listen to the words. I like to make sure there's a message in everything that I do. And listen to the words and really hope you can connect with it. That's what I hope for every time I release.
I love that. I think that's a fantastic answer. And I want to thank you so much for your time. This has been awesome. Let me plug your music for you one last time. If you guys didn't hear it, you didn't understand. The song is called "You and Me," and there's a very cool music video that's going to be linked and embedded. So please watch it, as it's really cool. But also, you've got other music, and you have so much more coming on the way. So follow and send to your friends and anyone who you think will enjoy it. So thank you seriously so much for your time. This has been great.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
You're very welcome. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll definitely be talking soon.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye bye.